Wellness Promoting Health Wednesday. And tonight I'm going to share some information from myself and Stephen Horn on letting your blood flow because it's really important to our health to have good circulation and good blood flow. Our blood supplies every cell of our body with water, nutrients, and life-giving oxygen. And without a constant supply of blood, it's impossible for our tissues and our organs and everything going on in the body to stay healthy. And there's a lot of concerns that a lot of people have that interfere with blood flow, like thrombosis or embolism or congestion of the veins or agglutination. And agglutination or hemagglutination is where our red blood cells can stick together due to antigens, making our blood thicker and reducing the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, so it makes it a little more stagnant. Blood stagnation is a concept in traditional Chinese medicine, and the following symptoms could also indicate blood stagnation. So agglutination is a form of blood stagnation, but spider veins, if it takes a really long time for your wounds to heal, especially in your arms or legs, if your feet and hands are always cold, if you get thick blood from cuts and other injuries, or sometimes you'll have tingling sensations in the palms of your hands or soles of your feet. A lot of people feel fatigue, and they'll have difficulty getting concentrating. Thrombosis refers to blood clots that form inside our blood vessels or break free from an injured area, and they actually block circulation. This happens in the deep veins of the legs, known as deep vein thrombosis. And this can also happen in the heart, cardio infarction, or a brain with a stroke, and our lungs with a pulmonary embolism. So when our blood clots form inside of blood vessels and block circulation, it's known as thrombosis. So there's a lot of risk factors that increase your risk for thrombosis, and that would be obesity, high blood pressure, a lot of plaque building up in your arteries, if you've had surgery or trauma, if you had long periods of bed rest or sitting, a lot of people that have long flights, 15, 18 hours, over the age of 60, if you have chronic venous insufficiency, some women when they're pregnant, this is a risk factor, and some birth control pills and hormone replacement therapy in menopause can also increase your risk for that. Deep vein thrombosis is when those blood clots form in the deep veins of the legs. So if you notice you have a lot of swelling in one or both legs, you've got a lot of leg pain, you've got a lot of varicose veins or discoloration of the skin where it's very blue or red in areas, you may want to have that checked out. An embolism is anything that can lodge in a blood vessel and disrupt the flow of blood. So an embolus blocks circulation, creating an embolism, and a piece of a blood clot can be an embolus, but so can a fat globule or any foreign material floating around. So chronic venous insufficiency occurs when there's damage to your vascular system, impeding your body's ability to move blood from the legs towards the heart. And this can cause blood to pool in the legs, where it can cause varicose veins, swelling, pain, and edema. And this is also another risk of thrombosis. There's a lot of symptoms for vascular insufficiency, like do you bruise easy? Do you have a lot of varicose veins? Do your legs swell and feel heavy? Do you have low-grade inflammation? Do you have itching, irritation, or those little ulcer sores? Do you have congestion in your abdominal, prostate, or uterine regions? Do you have hemorrhoids, fibroids, prostate problems in men? And vascular insufficiency is also related to liver stagnation. So our liver congestion and blood flow are coincide, they're kind of little working hand in hand, because the liver receives a large portion of our blood from our veins in the venous system in the body. So a congestion in your liver can cause a buildup of congestion in the inferior vena cava, which is a major vein returning blood to the heart. And this can compromise valve function, cause varicose veins, and increase the risk of thrombosis. So congested venous circulation in the lower extremities can also contribute to hemorrhoids and edema in the lower half of the body. So those are kind of the top concerns for blood flow. So what are some natural solutions to helping your blood flow quicker? A lot of people are on blood thinning medications, and you should never discontinue these medications abruptly or without the advice of your doctor. So there's a lot of things that you can do to keep your blood flowing. There's a lot of herbs and vitamins: vitamin E, butcher's broom, turmeric, alfalfa, garlic, ginger, ginkgo, and omega-3 fatty acids. Vitamin E is known as a natural blood thinner and anticoagulant. Supplementing with vitamin E can help to prevent thrombosis and improve circulatory health, and it combines really well with selenium and the herb butcher's broom. Liquid chlorophyll, that green drink, I drink it every day. It helps increase blood oxygen levels, gives you a little energy boost. It reduces, sluggishness and stagnation in the blood, and I feel really good drinking it. I think it improves my overall health. So there's also herbs that are known as blood movers, because blood stagnation is a concept from traditional Chinese medicine. I shared that with you earlier. And blood movers are herbs that help heal or prevent bruising, reduce swelling, and aid problems with circulation. So traditional blood moving herbs include capsicum, ginger, prickly ash, garlic, dong quai, yarrow, turmeric, and capsicum. Homeopathic arnica is also a good blood mover, and it also helps to stay hydrated. Taking herbs, or if you're medicine from the doctor, if you're having some of these things, you've got to give your blood water so it flows. So there's a lot of remedies for vascular health. Some people say increasing your vitamin C, bioflavonoids, helps keep your veins toned and helps actually heal varicose veins. I always try to eat a cup of blue or black colored berries, such as blueberries, blackberries, or purple grapes every day. Other foods include rose hips, pomegranate juice, and citrus fruits with some of the white pulp, because the white pulp on the orange, that little white skin, is really rich in bioflavonoids. Horse chestnut's an herb, and it contains a mixture of glycosides or saponins that are very anti-inflammatory and help tone and tighten, and that also benefits your veins and helps your capillaries permeability. It's very helpful for varicose veins, edema, heaviness in the legs. Also been found helpful for hemorrhoids. May also ease sharp shooting pains in the back, reduce pelvic congestion. Butcher's broom has been demonstrated in clinical studies to help with edema. It contains steroidal saponins that help to tone veins. Buscogenin, which is a major component, also exerts an anti-inflammatory effect. So it may help decrease swelling in injured tissue, hemorrhoids, spider veins, and if you take that with vitamin E, it's supposed to help prevent thrombosis. So if we need to circulate or stimulate circulation, I always go to warming herbs like capsicum, garlic, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, cinnamon, rosemary, onion, and google. So capsicum is well known for its ability to boost blood circulation throughout the body. Those are those cayenne peppers. You take it, woo, you feel the heat. So it's great for moving stagnant blood, helpful for spider veins, blood clotting, and balancing circulation. Garlic has been known to stimulate blood flow, help keep blood pressures in a normal range, acts as a mild thinner, and is said to help with triglycerides and cholesterol. Many people with poor circulation have bruises, so you can apply topical applications of astringents, and astringents are things that tighten and tone. So there's astringent herbs out there that you can use, like white oak bark, witch hazel, and yarrow. Witch hazel is one of my favorite. Whenever you have a strain or sprain or bruise, I just take a cloth or a cotton with witch hazel or a paper towel and just put it over the area, and it really helps reduce swelling, and bruising. You can also use essential oils diluted in a carrier oil. They can be applied topically to improve blood flow, help ease the discomfort of varicose veins and bruises, and stimulate circulation to the area. Good choices for essential oils for that would be like lemon, rosemary, lemongrass. And keeping your liver healthy, because the liver, we talked about earlier, returns through the vena cava. Some remedies for circulation from the liver would be milk thistle, dandelion, blessed thistle. And then when we look at the liver in Chinese medicine, we're thinking about the wood. So we would want a wood decreasing formula in traditional Chinese medicine, and or combination formula that combines vitamin C, acetylcysteine, and milk thistle. There are some things you can do in your lifestyle to help you keep a healthy circulatory system. So you can start adding spices to your cooking like capsicum, ginger, rosemary, and garlic. You can start adding berries regularly to your smoothies. You can focus on reducing intake of refined carbohydrates and processed vegetable oils, and eating healthier fats and whole grains, and increase foods high in omega-3 fatty acids like fish and walnuts. You also want to make sure that you stay hydrated and drink a lot of water, because moderate dehydration actually thickens your blood. So make sure you drink adequate amounts of water throughout the day. Some people that need salt will add a little salt to the water. If some people who have fluid retention, add some potassium, and then you can always add some chlorophyll to your water for flavor and to promote oxygenation and circulation. You also need to exercise, move that body. When your legs are moving, the muscular contractions greatly enhance venous circulation and blood flow to the brain. So walk, jog, swim, low impact aerobics, using an elliptical machine are helpful for preventing deep vein thrombosis and varicose veins. There's other activities you can do if your lifestyle or work environment requires you to sit or stand for long periods. Elevate your legs frequently when you can. Also consider leg lifts, knee bends, walking on tiptoes, walking on your heels, and stretching your calves to keep those legs fluid. If you already have varicose veins, I've read that some experts recommend you avoid activities such as high impact aerobics, jogging, and strenuous cycling. These can elevate your blood pressure and cause further problems. So while moderate exercise can relieve the symptoms of varicose veins, there's no evidence that it gets rid of them by itself. If you have a tendency to swelling, you may want to avoid some clothing that fits too tightly around your legs or your groin, because that can further impede blood flow. Some people, as they age, no longer wear high-heeled shoes because they say that's problematic. And then some people like myself use a compression stocking, and those help minimize the swelling and the discomfort. And then one of my favorite things to promote movement and circulation and the movement of lymph is the Qi machine. It's a rhythmic figure-8 movement, promotes circulation, relaxation, and lymphatic movement. You can check out more information on that on our website. So I hope you found this informative, that there are some herbs you can take to help keep your circulation healthy, and there's eating good, drinking water, and some moderate exercise. So thanks for joining me. Have a great week, and we'll see you with healthy habits next time. Thanks.